We are finally starting. Okay. Hi. Hello. What it do? What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? Okay. Hi. My name is Rimby, for those of you who don't know. Rimby. Yeah. Firstly, I'd like to say welcome to my first YouTube video ever. Hopefully the first of many. Okay. Yes. You're probably here wondering why I started this YouTube page. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know either. I'm still wondering why. I mean, I've wanted to for a while. I had no idea what I was gonna post. So on Monday, boredom really pushed me to start this page. Because on Monday, I was just chilling. I was chilling at home, and then I was like, let's start a YouTube page. Why? Why I thought that was a good idea? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, welcome. Okay, welcome. For those of you who didn't know, today is my birthday. So I turned 19 today. Yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Ruby. Happy birthday to you. My last year of teenagehood. Okay. I got my hair all done nice. I worked hard for this hair. Like, for those of you who know, my hair is like this. So for it to slick back, like, I don't even know if you can see, but for it to slick back like this, it was a grind. Okay, anyway. So down to business. I am a very random person. So with that in mind, this page is like my outlet basically for my randomness. So it's not like I'm gonna have like strict content that I'm gonna stick to on this page. Like, I'm gonna have vlogs only when people actually start watching this and start getting interested in my life. Okay, it's gonna be vlogs, it's gonna be story times. If you have like stories that you would like me to tell or like anything, just hit me up and tell me, because I'm open to English. I'm open to that. I'm also gonna post my poetry, because I do that as well. Some cooking recipes, because I love cooking. For those of you who know, I should stop saying that. I love cooking. And also, I'm gonna I am going to be posting like Christian-centered content, because I have a lot of views, right? But I'm also a very polite person. So a lot of the time I have stuff that I want to say or stuff that I want to express, but because I know sometimes my views are very like they might cause conflict. I don't like conflict or confrontations, so I just keep them quiet. But it's reached a point where I just want to let stuff out. So this is where I'm gonna let out my views on certain things in the world. So this is just gonna be like a random place where random videos pop up. So prepare to be entertained. So today, okay, so I'm gonna start with the story time. So I know this is a very odd choice of lighting, but the truth is the house is cold and this is like a hot spot. So I didn't do this for the lighting, I did this for the heat. I promise it'll get better the more videos that I take. Okay, anyway, story time. Today's my birthday, I had a plan. I had a whole I had like a solid plan as to what today's video is gonna be. Yesterday, I was supposed to bake a cake. It was supposed to come out amazing. Also, side note, my once upon a time friend, which means we were friends, but for reasons that may be disclosed in later videos, we're no longer friends. Anyway, when we were still friends, she said my life would make a very entertaining movie. So That's it. Welcome. Welcome to my movie. Okay, anyway. Okay, back. I was supposed to make a cake, right? I was supposed to, bake a 2-layer chocolate cake, my favorite cake in the world, and like have some fresh cream, like, cream on that, and it was supposed to come out looking beautiful, and it was supposed to be perfect and everything. But as my misadventures would have it, you know, my misadventures, okay? I wanted to bake the cake. I got into the kitchen, I was gathering up my ingredients, and I went to get eggs, and there were no eggs. But I read on the website of this cake thing that, you can use plain yogurt as a substitute. We didn't have plain yogurt either, but we had Greek yogurt. And I was like, Greek yogurt, plain yogurt, same thing. Okay, so I'm like, okay, yogurt is there. Let's make a cake. And as I'm making the cake, I was supposed to put the dry ingredients by themselves and then add the wet ingredients. But I put the yogurt in before I mixed the dry ingredients by themselves. And I'm like, it's okay, it's cool, the taste won't change, it's the same thing. So, I continued baking, it's cool. It was lumpy at first, but eventually it smoothened out. I was like, okay, then I added all my wet ingredients and I made the batter, and after a while of mixing it, it finally looked okay. So, time to put the batter into the baking trays. And I realized I only have one functional baking tin. I'm like, it's okay, it's cool. I'll just bake them at, I'll bake one and then I'll make another and it'll be cool. It'll be fine. I put the batter into the first, into the tin. And I had switched on the oven so it was heated, I put my batter in. Then I waited, 20-25 minutes and the batter was rising so nicely. I was like, this is gonna be a glorious cake. And I take the cake out to check, how it's looking. And, I put the toothpick in and it comes out and shows me that the bottom is still gooey. And I'm like, okay, it just needs a couple of minutes. It's early anyway. I put it back. And I check again and it's still gooey. Only to realize I had only switched on the top element of the oven. And the bottom was doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I was like, it's okay. We can do this. So I just decided, okay, I'll switch off the top element and I'll switch on the bottom one. And it'll be okay. Okay? Not okay. Okay? So I switched on the bottom element. And 10 minutes into the bake, the house is filled with the smell of burning cake. And I'm like, oh my God, it's been in there too long. My cake is burning. No, my cake wasn't burning. Some batter had leaked out of the tray and gone to the bottom of the oven. And when I switched on the bottom element, it was right next to the element, so it was burning. Like it was dark, like black, like charcoal. So it was filling the house with smoke. And I couldn't keep the cake in there because then my cake would just smell like smoke, would taste like smoke. So I was like, I'm sure it's been in there long enough. Let me just take it out and, see where we are. And I took it out and I waited for it to cool down. And then I tried to remove it from the bottom of the tin because it's those adjustable tins. Don't mind me. It's those adjustable tins. And I took the bottom off and it was just like, the cake on the bottom. Came off the sides easily. And then I tried to take it off the bottom and it wouldn't come. So I decided to just cut a little bit, just cut a little bit. And half of the cake remained on the bottom of the baking pan and the other half fell onto the plate. So I had half the cake still undone, still gooey, still, not cakey. And I genuinely just lost power. This is the first layer. And I was like, should I even continue doing this? Should I even, After some minutes of deliberation, I realized I still had half the batter left. So I was like, you know what? let me just do this. Let me just put the batter into the tin and, you know, just make the damn cake. So I put my batter into the tin and I switched on the bottom element and the top element and I put my cake into the oven and it came out looking perfect. Well, as perfect as a homemade cake from an amateur can be. Anyway, perfect. And I was like, okay, time to make the fresh cream. And I took out my ingredients, the fresh cream, cocoa powder, icing sugar, and vanilla essence. Only to realize I did not have enough icing sugar. And I made the decision. I was like, this cake is already a mess. Why not just mess it up more? So I put sugar granules in the fresh cream. And it didn't whip, you know? It didn't whip. It just didn't whip. I just poured that watery, not watery, like, you know, unwhipped whipped cream onto that cake, and I was like, you know what, it is what it is. As long as it's edible, it's good. This is my birthday outfit. I'll insert a picture so that you can see how I look. Thank you for getting to this, you know, point in my video. I am so grateful for everyone who's watching this right now. Please like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and let the family grow. Thank you so much. I know this wasn't the best first video, but it can only get better. So, bye.